So we talk a lot as a coaching staff to our team on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, and we found ourselves saying regardless of opponent quite a bit last year because we know that we are the measuring stick. You know, how opponents, the week facing us, they're saying to themselves, hey, we're facing the best team in the state last year. How are we going to measure up? We're going to see how we are as a program when we play them. Talking to our team, we say regardless of opponent, because regardless of who we're playing, we're going to get the best. Regardless of opponent, we have to play our best. And so, being the guy in the top of the mountain always keeps you sharp, because no matter who you're playing, you have to play at your best, because you don't want to lose to someone that you shouldn't. And I think that makes you, as a coach your best. That makes you, as a player, play your best, because you don't want to ever slip up. I think that's one of the amazing things about this group. But when you got guys like Shane Humes, who's a 4-year starter, who's one of the toughest kids that ever come through this program, who's the leading tackler in our group's history, leading you in practice, you feel really good about your chances. When you don't have to harp a lot about attitude, about always giving 100%, because you got guys that are leading by example, and those guys that are leading by example are the best players. And when you can do that, you can do a lot of great things. And what we've been able to do the last couple of years, we had a 31-game win streak. So 31 straight games, this group didn't slip up once. I think our record of 57 and 5 is incredible, but winning 31 straight games might be even better, because you're dealing with kids that are 15 to 18 years old, and you didn't slip up once in 31 games. It's just a number that in today's football world, where there's a lot of parity, is a pretty consistent feat, and one that I'm certainly proud of.
Straight drop, middle screen, it's intercepted. It's picked off. Lacatage has it. Braxton Lacatage, it's a pick six. He intercepts and takes it the other way for a touchdown. He reads it perfectly, and the Tigers lead. Touchdown Tigers! What a great answer to Scranton Prep's answer. It's an 11-yard touchdown. are going to go to their third straight state semifinal with the 42-14 win over Scranton Prep.
Yeah, Coach has been preaching all week to get on them early and often, and, that's what we did tonight.
They came right back with that first offensive touchdown, then defensively you locked down. What happened?
Yeah, we knew they were going to get their plays, and we just had to come back firing on all cylinders.
Does it seem like a long season for you guys to get to this one because you've been working hard at it and you came through one of your best games?
Yeah, from summer all the way to now. It's been a journey, but, we're not done yet.
Ethan, back-to-back sacks for you at one point. Tell me about his defense really locking things down.
I mean, the defense is what sets the tone on this team, and I think us just grinding towards what we got to do on defense really helps out the team, sets the tone, and it gets us ready for offense.
Tell me about coming in here against the Scranton Prep team. You knew it was going to be hungry after beat the last 2 years. Kind of jumped on them early, then set it up the rest of the game.
Yeah, we just got to keep working hard. Each week we got to go 1-0, and that's our goal.
You made it look easy, then they made it look easy, then the ebb and flow kind of came in and you took control.
Yeah, it was a great matchup. Obviously, Scranton Prep's done a lot of nice things this year, especially in the back half, and their quarterback is fantastic athlete. You could see that early on. We got the quick pick six, and then, they scored, but they really loaded the box on us, and our game plan was to play action and throw it, and you could see how that worked out for us. Big play after big play in the passing game. I thought Shane Lay was spectacular at quarterback, making great decisions. And our defense just relentless effort after getting after the quarterback, and he couldn't get anything going. They did score in the third quarter, but it took them 7.5 minutes after we were up 4 scores. So extremely proud of the effort, getting back to the Final Four in the state in 3A. I'm just so happy and proud of this team.
We had to come to the realization that the state championship season is over. A team has a 1-year shelf life, and you got to turn the page. And these kids just came in, and they wanted to sort of carve out their own name and their own legacy in the Northwestern football history books. And we did have a lot of turnover, and we had a lot of great players, but we felt like the core of our team was back, especially in the skill positions, and a couple returning linemen. And we knew that for us to be successful, we were going to have a lot of kids that filled some new shoes. One of my probably favorite parts about this year's football team was we had a lot of rising seniors that just been with the program and stuck with it, that were going to have an opportunity to play. When you have a senior-oriented team like that were really hungry for playing time, you feel like you're in a good position. And a new opponent in Trinity, which we've only played one other time, in a brutally cold and windy night. That went back and forth early on, and I just felt like our guys were not going to be denied another trip back to the state championship.
From Exeter Township, it's the PIAA Class 3A semifinal between Northwestern Lehigh and Trinity. Go to Harris up the middle. Harris looses the football, and the Tigers have it. Bollinger recovers. It was knocked loose by Ethan Steigerwald, and the Tigers get the first big break of the ball game. With some of the greatest all-time in District 11, nice moves and a dance and a touchdown for Braxton Lakatos. Got Zimmerman wide open, 35-30. He's going to break away if he can stay in it to touchdown. He cannot. He steps out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Back this way. Lay fakes right, close screen left. Lagoe's got it. Lagoe makes a little move at the 10, and he will take it in for the touchdown. time, floats it up on Zimmerman. He goes up and snares it between two defenders and dives down to the 25-yard line. What a catch! Time, floats left side, Humes. This is a favorite of the Tigers. They scored on it in the state final last year, and they do it here to open the second half. Ray folds that way. Looks, throws back across his body. He's got Lugoe. Lugoe slips a guy, and he's down to the 23-yard line. Tennessee throws. Lugoe's up there, got it, touchdown. Oh, what a job by Lugoe to adjust and get it, and Ray got it off just as he was. Spins, and he's into the open. Lakatos 30 to the 20, gets a downfield block, and he will take it for the touchdown. It's a 43-yard touchdown run for Braxton Lakatos, and it's his second of the night. Counter back, Lakatos finds an opening, gets through the seam, slips a tackle, slips another, and he will take it for the touchdown. It's a 39-yard touchdown run for Braxton Lakatos, his third of the night, and the Tigers had scored on 5 straight possessions. Short kick, it's going to drop, it's going to take a bounce, it's going to come out, and the Tigers are going to have it. Blockers up to the left, he'll cut back to the right, take it to the outside, and he's in for the touchdown. Boy, that looked a lot like what Eli ran for the championship touchdown a year ago. They have to snap the ball one more time here, and they will go to their third straight state final. And they do. They take a knee, and the Tigers will go to the state championship game on Saturday afternoon. So Northwestern wins it 48-13, and they'll go back to the state final, and they take us on another wonderful ride.
How loud is it?
This senior group has definitely laid their legacy. They've laid the foundation in Northwestern football, not just in terms of wins and losses, but how you should represent your school, how you should represent the black and gold. And you know, some of the first things we talk about when kids walk into our program is you're not an individual anymore. You represent something bigger. So when you walk out on the street, you have to realize and understand that you're representing something bigger than yourself. And they did that better than most groups. And 3 straight state championships, something that Lehigh Valley has never seen. Winning one, getting back there again the next year might be even tougher. But the way that they handle themselves in victory and defeat, even though the defeats didn't come very often. It says a lot about who you are and how you should act and how you should carry yourself. This group will be sorely missed. You mentioned a couple different times that they had different ability levels as a group, but they definitely stuck together through thick and thin. Already mentioned Tucker, but losing one of your buddies early in your career brought them together. They brought them together and they carried his name like a badge of honor and his family, and we talked about it openly with the media and amongst ourselves, and he was definitely an angel on this team's shoulders throughout the years, and he'll never be forgotten. The way that this team carried out the flag with the number 53 just brings a smile on my face every time I see it. There's some things that are bigger than wins and losses, and how they sort of lifted him up through victories and defeats is bigger than football. And I think they'll remember that and take that with them through the rest of their careers. And coming into the state championship game, we knew as a staff, and we're brutally honest with these guys, that we had to play an almost perfect game to be able to compete with that Avonworth team. They were returning almost their entire team from the year before, which was a battle in itself. And unfortunately, we didn't play our best. They had a lot to do with that. So I think that's another learning lesson. You got to play your best against the best to give yourself a chance. Our younger kids know that, and they took that into the off season. I think the biggest learning curve for any team is to play as a team, to play as a family, to put the team's name above yourself, and more than that, be genuinely happy and excited for other success. I think if you can do that, you have a decent shot at being successful. We have high expectations. We have a core of kids that are coming up through, and they're ready for their shot. They're ready for their chance, and I'm excited for the opportunity to see what the 2026 football season has in store for us. There's no community like, Northwestern, Lehigh community, New Chipotle, surrounding areas is just incredible. They don't only support football, they support all sports, all activities, and they just don't come out. They come out in droves, They'll show up for anything just to support Northwestern kids, and you just can't beat that. You can't rival that. When you're a kid, you don't really understand that much. You just think it's fun and awesome. But when you're a young adult, these kids will look back and realize what a phenomenal experience they had coming through the Northwestern Lehigh community. I could be more proud of this group of seniors. It's one in which, some of them were 4-year starters, some of them were 3-year starters, some of them going into their senior season didn't start a snap. They didn't start a single game, and you never really know how that sort of is going to play out. It was tremendous to see what they were able to do in their 4-year career. I can't believe I'm going to say this record, but they've been 57-5 over their careers, and this group was great. They were great leaders. They were able to keep the team together. They could rely on each other. Like I said, we had some tremendous leaders in Shane Lay and Mason Ballinger and Colton Pop. Michael Boring as a first-year senior coming up through the ranks there. And these guys have been through it all. And what I like most about it is they stuck with it. The guys that didn't get their chance, their due, kids like Braxton Lakatosh, didn't start a game and then he becomes a two-way starter, an all-league and an all-state player. It's not that easy to play at Northwestern. We've established a program where there's a lot of good football players on it, and the ones that can stick with it, just be the best that they can be, they'll probably have a career record as a group that will never be broken, and their legacy is cemented in stone.